Acne No More. If you're on this page, you've probably heard of Acne No More, a system that supposedly teaches you to cure your acne naturally. Is Acne No More a scam? This is the question I think everyone asks themselves after hearing about this program, just as I did. 1. Don't believe the testimonials on the Acne No More website. 2. Don't believe other so-called Acne No More reviews. See, the problem is that you can never truly tell if testimonials are real or not. Anyone can make up some fake testimonials to try and push you into ordering. And yes, tons of people order stuff based on testimonials alone. Also, the thing with these so-called Acne No More reviews is that's all they're really doing, reviewing the product. They're just basically explaining to you what acne is, who's most likely to be affected by it, etc. Have they actually tried Acne No More for themselves? Nope. Chances are you have found this site by searching for Acne No More scam, or Acne No More review on a search engine. And the chances are that you're looking for honest answers, the truth and clarification. I'm going to give it to you whether you're ready to hear the truth or not. Read on to find out more about my shocking experience with Acne No More. This is my story. I'm a 19-year-old female. I'm sure you all know that teenagers have problems with acne, but I'm just a little too old to be dealing with that. I thought I would kind of grow out of it at least a little in my late teens. I never thought I would be round the corner from my 20th birthday, still worrying about my face full of zits. Still worrying about how bumpy it will look in certain types of light and how red a big piss-filled ones look against my fair skin. I hate to think of my acne, but I really and truly can't stop. It not only causes me a lot of stress to think about how I look, it also affects my self-esteem, which I'm sure you'll find understandable. After all, how good can you feel about yourself when you have glaringly obvious lesions on your face? And yeah, I had them on my chest, back and shoulders too. And yes, they are totally obvious. If I notice acne on other people, I'm sure people notice it on me. In fact, I'm 110% sure that other people notice it on me, because sometimes they even say it out loud. I remember back in 8th grade, this guy called me a zit face after a small argument we were having. It's bad enough that I had to hear it, but what made it especially horrible was that he said it in class, and at least 3 of my friends heard him say that to me. Needless to say, I had to fight back my tears and pretended not to hear him anymore. Another really embarrassing moment was meeting my dad's girlfriend for the first time. I was with my sister and my boyfriend. She hugged us excitedly and then stepped back, looked at me, and loudly proclaimed that I had so many pimples. She went on with a big "Oh my gosh, I'm going to get you some of this really good soap to get rid of those pimples." I felt like I had been punched in the stomach. People are usually a bit more polite about my face, and I kind of expected her to be the same way. Still, I had to give her a polite smile and give her a weak thanks. She is from another country, and I guess they're not afraid to just say what they're thinking over there. Even thought acne had made almost half of my life a living hell. I was just thankful that I didn't have cystic acne on a consistent basis, the worst type of acne. I did get huge cyst-type breakout a few times a month, but I remember seeing other kids at high school whose faces seemed to be covered by it every day of the week. Anyway, back to my story. I had been to a dermatologist many times. They put me on all kinds of medications. Throughout my teenage years, I would usually see a small improvement at first, but after a couple months my acne would get worse again. I figured I would have to try a new pill or a gel at least 4 times a year if I wanted even remotely decent skin. Not nice by any means, just not as scary as it usually was. After years and years of putting up with this, I just burned out. I was so sick of looking in the mirror. I was so sick of caking makeup on my face every time I wanted to leave the house. I was so sick of the endless visits to the dermatologist who never could really give me a solution that actually worked. I decided to look for some real stories from real acne sufferers online. I looked high and low at all kinds of skin tips and acne home remedies. I tried most of them, and while lots of them showed some improvement, none really got rid of my acne or blackheads. They got slightly better, but I was still covered in zits. After some months of researching and experimenting with natural remedies to cure acne, I ran across Acne No More. Naturally, I thought it looked too good to be true, based on my experiences trying to cure my own acne. But if you've ever been desperate, you know how it is. You'll try pretty much anything to get rid of a big problem. I'm a little ashamed to admit this, but I even smeared urine on my face to try and get rid of it because I read about the miracles that urine therapy can do, although it didn't do squat for me, and I felt so stupid. I did purchase the Acne No More system, but I didn't ever get around to trying it. I ran into another method and it was working for me, so I gave it a try. It was a totally different approach, and I'm actually surprised it worked. A couple months into this routine is when I really seen the results. Yeah, my acne took months to go away. It really doesn't happen overnight, well, not in my experience, anyway. The changes in my skin happened gradually. I think the first thing that happened was, like I mentioned above, my skin not going crazy during my period, stressful times, etc. The second phase was that my oil production seemed to slow down. This part happened pretty quickly, and it was a damn pleasant surprise. Well, the third phase my skin went through was the slowest one. This is when my acne started clearing up, and there was much less new breakouts. It was a very gradual change, and it drove me crazy that there was still pimples cropping up, but at the same time I was excited that they were finally slowing down, and I could actually look in the mirror without feeling depressed. Anyway, my skin still looks good to this day. I'm pretty sure I finally found a system that works for my skin and body. Thank heavens. I feel much better about myself, and now I'm comfortable doing things outside of the house, being seen, even smiling at cute boys in the mall. I'm glad I got rid of my problem. It made all the difference in the world. In conclusion, Acne No More might work for you, but what I really discovered from this journey is that you have to test it out for yourself. Everyone's chemistry is different, so some of you will find that different methods work differently on all of you. To discover the 5 simple steps to curing acne, take advantage of this resource while it's still available. Finally, get your acne under control quickly and easily.